Brittany here with day 45 of our 67 days towards our own at-home practice, and another awesome day of helping us let go of the past. Opening up our chest, opening up our hips, releasing the common areas in which we store our more depressed tendencies, where we hold on to the past, not letting go of it. Tends to hunch us forward, tightening our hips. So we're going to loosen both those areas up, okay? We're going to learn 2 new awesome poses today, and just having a really great practice on our feet. So let's get started. Palms, sliding them into the body, closing our eyes, deep breaths in, complete breaths out. Taking 4 more deep belly breaths, finding our center, finding our calm, and tuning into our yogi mind. As we inhale, filling our belly with air, and as we exhale, letting it all go. 1 more nice deep breath. Bring our hands to our heart, gently pressing through our fingertip, setting an intention for our practice. This week I offer you a parigraha, or detachment, and just going through this in our practice by being detached from our body and not letting go of our would, could, shoulds, which has been a theme of all of the values, because these would, could, shoulds keep us from our present mindedness, and just allowing yourself to take an unbiased role in your practice. Just because I can do something doesn't mean your body can do it yet. Noticing where you're at today and honoring that, okay? If that's a nourishing intention. If not, setting any other intention that'll keep your mind on your mat. Gently grounding the palms, sliding them back into the body. We're going to go into our alternate nostril breathing. Pointer finger, middle finger grounded, thumb over our right nostril, inhaling left. Covering the left, exhaling right. Inhaling right. Covering the right and exhaling left. 2 more breaths just like this on each side. Balancing out our mind. Helping us find our center. Making it a little bit easier to let go of the past. 1 more breath each side. Letting go of the belly on inhale, and only engaging on exhale. Grounding the palm when we're done. 2 more deep belly breaths. And since this is a hip opening sequence, we're going to start off in our Baddha Konasana, gently opening our hips, pressing through the toes, sitting up nice and tall, palms by the side. Inhale, reaching our right arm up and overhead, bending into the left side. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling, left arm up, coming to the right. Exhaling to center. 2 more times each side. Closing our eyes. Following our breath, and just feeling the body. Keeping the shoulders gently engaged in the back as we reach, so we're extending our side and not through the arm. Last breath. Coming back to center, inhaling both arms up. Exhaling, surrendering to the right side, coming into our twist. Inhaling to center, and exhaling to twist. 2 more breaths each side. Deep inhales, complete exhales. Slowing our mind, breathing into our body, building nice, lean, durable muscles. One more breath each side. Slow and steady movement. Conscious, making sure our body is in the right alignment. And then coming back to center. Palms into the body. Inhaling, the palms really close. Chest forward, hips forward, eyes up. And exhaling, sliding the hands down to the ankle. Belly into our back. Chin into our chest. 2 more deep breaths. Really inflecting the spine forward on our inhale. And completely coming back into the body on exhale. Finding our center. Getting onto our hands and knees. And starting our, we already started our practice, but going into our cat-cows. Finishing our warm-up. Spreading our fingers nice and wide under the shoulders. Knees, hips width apart, right under the hips. Inhaling, dropping the hips, eyes up. Exhale, pressing through the fingers, belly into the back. 2 more nice deep breaths. Slow and steady, keeping the pace of our breath, following our breath throughout our practice. Coming back to center. We're going to bring our right foot forward, our left knee back, coming into our low lunge. Gently hugging the knees towards one another, creating a nice solid foundation. Then we're going to let our right knee come out to the side as our ankle gently comes in front of the left knee, coming into our pigeon. We're going to stay up onto our fingers because this is an intense hip opener. So here's where we're going to start, gently hugging the shoulders into the side, chest forward, and this is going to be enough for most of us. So this is all we're going to do today. Taking 3 nice deep breaths here. Letting our hips come forward, keeping them centered, shoulders together in the back. Our right knee and our right ankle are in line with one another. And maybe we even need blocks to the side. This is definitely an intense one. Then when we're ready, framing our body, gently coming back to our lunge, hugging the knees towards one another. And then we're going to bring our left foot down, popping up into our high lunge. Inhaling our arms up, nice and tall. Shoulders together in the back, eyes up and overhead. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Nice solid foundation, we're used to this one. Really just remembering our alignment, hugging the knees, hips centered, shoulders engaged, chest wide for our heart opening, and then dropping the back arm, coming into our warrior 2. Back foot at 45 degrees, front knee, front foot, facing forward, shoulders together, body to the side. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhaling, letting go of the abdomen. Exhaling, engaging belly into our back. 1 more deep breath. Surrendering our back arm, top arm up and overhead. Really allowing the left palm to slide up the thigh. Gauging the elbows into the side. 1 more deep breath here. Cartwheeling our arm. Elbow to our knee. Our left arm up and overhead, engaging the shoulders, stretching through the side. Maybe dropping the hand, eyes up to the ceiling. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Really bending into that front knee. Pressing through the back heel. Nice solid foundation. Then coming back to our warrior. Straightening our feet forward. Inhale, lifting our chest, hips forward. Exhale, folding forward. When our body is right parallel with the ground, surrendering our palms, shoulder width apart. Maybe blocks under the hands if we need them. Toes facing forward. Inhale, engaging the shoulders, flat back. Exhale, elbows into the body, into one another. Inhaling up, eyes forward, flat back. Exhaling back in. 1 more deep breath. And then remaining grounded. Rounded crown, we're going to reach our right arm forward, our left arm back, coming into a nice gentle twist, gazing over to the right side. 2 more deep breaths here, gently engaging the knees towards one another. Our twists are not only detoxifying, they also help open our abdomen, making us breathe a little bit easier. Coming back to center. Left arm forward, right leg back, right in line with one another, staring over to the left side. 2 more nice deep breaths. Inhale, letting go of the abdomen. Exhale, gently engaging the belly into the back. And then coming back to center, pressing through the fingers, eyes forward, gently bending into the right knee. Left toes up to the ceiling if we can. Maybe bringing our hands up to our heart. Shoulders together in the back. Strong chest. 2 more deep breaths here. Letting go of the belly on inhale. Slow and steady. Breathing into our tension. Our knee in line with our ankle. Doing our best to stick our butt out. Grounding the palms. Coming back to center. Surrendering the crown, inhaling the elbows towards one another. A nice deep breath here. And then pressing through the fingers, coming nice and straight, gently bending into the left side. Taking deep belly breaths, maybe reaching our hands up towards the chest, hugging the shoulders together in the back. Right toes up towards the ceiling. 1 more deep breath. Surrendering the palms down. Walking back to center. Engaging the elbows towards one another. Surrendering the crown. Nice deep breath here. Then we're going to gently walk the feet a little bit closer together. About 3 to 6 inches. Bring our elbows right in between our knees. We are going to learn a new posture. Let's actually start off our elbows right on our knees. Dropping our butt down, coming into a nice wide lunge. Now we can also bring our feet a little bit closer so that they're right underneath the knees. Making it a little bit wider at first makes it a little bit easier on the hips. We're going to drop our butt down, elbows between the knees. We can bring our hands to our heart at first, and then we lower them down to gently open up the hips. Shoulders together in the back, nice strong spine. 1 more deep breath here. This is called Malasana or Garland pose. We're going to drop down our hands, pop back up into our wide-legged forward fold, walking our feet back out nice and wide, and then bring our hands over to the left side, foot forward, right heel off the mat, lowering it down, coming into our low lunge on our left side, gently engaging the knees towards one another, centering the hips. Now it's time to come back into our pigeon, allowing our left knee to come to the side, gently walking our left foot in front of our right knee, keeping our foot and our knee in line, pressing through the floor below us. Shoulders together in the back, deep breaths in, complete breaths out, keeping the hips centered, only allowing as much tension on our hip as feels comfortable. If we need to really press through our fingers, if we need to use blocks, we certainly can. 1 more deep breath. And then gently coming back to our low lunge. Putting our right toes on the ground, pressing up into our high lunge, hugging the knees, and gently reaching up into our open-hearted warrior. Gauging the shoulders, hugging the knees, centering the hips, eyes up and overhead. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale, letting go of the abdomen, filling up the belly. Exhale, letting it all go. Opening up into our warrior 2. Back foot at 45. Nice bend in our front knee, surrendering to the right side. Eyes forward, 2 more deep breaths. Finding our comfort. And then surrendering our back hand into our thigh, sliding it up, elbow in, opening our heart. Left arm up and overhead, engaged in the back, extending through the side. 1 more deep breath here. Cartwheeling that top arm down. Bring our right arm up and overhead, engaging the shoulder in the back, reaching through our side, maybe dropping our bottom hand. 2 more deep breaths. Gaze gently up and overhead. Coming back into our warrior. Feet forward. Amazing job. We are going to come on down to our mats. Bring our feet out in front of us. Sliding our right foot into the body. Another awesome hip opening posture. We're going to inhale our arms up. Chest forward, countering our heart opening. Exhale, folding forward. Bring our head to our knee, toes up towards the ceiling. Taking 3 deep breaths here. As we inhale, breathing into any tension in our hips. This is a lot more minor of a hip opener than the ones that we've been doing. Gives us a chance to bring our hips back into the body. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. So we're going to be breathing into our hips. And then gently sliding up the body. Stacking the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming into our wide-legged fold. Bringing our hips forward, toes up towards the ceiling. Inhaling, lifting our chest. Hips forward, exhale. Folding forward. Maybe walking our hands out. We're coming in, taking 3 deep breaths here. Shoulders together in the back. Just 1 more. Gently sliding the hands in front of us, sliding them back into the body. Left foot in to the right groin, centering the hips over the right leg. Inhaling our arms up. Chest forward, hips forward, exhale, folding forward. Bring our head to our knee, centering ourselves over our leg. 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling into any tension we're feeling. Letting it all go. Just 1 more deep belly breath. Then sliding up the body, stacking the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing our feet together. Hands on our knees, shoulders engaged in the front, coming down onto our back 1 vertebrae at a time. Palms by our hips. Sliding our feet up so that we can just touch them and then moving them about 1.5 inches forward. So that when we press up, our knees come right over our ankles. Interlacing our fingers behind the back, walking the elbows towards one another, coming into our bridge. Pressing through the toes to lift the hips, ground the shoulders. 3 deep breaths here. Gently engaging the thighs, engaging the glutes to keep our hips nice and high. Then when we're ready, bringing our hands or a block to our lower back, gently supporting as we press through the toes, grounding the shoulders. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhaling into any tension, exhaling, letting it go. Engaging the thighs, engaging the glutes to help support the low back. Inhale, pressing through the toes, lifting the hips. Exhale, lowering the butt back down. As soon as it feels our hands, we're going to inhale, press through the toes, lifting our hips back up. 2 more deep breaths just like this. Taking a deep inhale, pressing through the toes, lifting up. Exhale, coming back into the body. Just one more for good measure. And then releasing both feet down to the mat. We're going to interlace our fingers at our heart, bring our ankles together, pointing our toes as our hands come up and overhead, engaging the shoulders together in the back, gently reaching through the fingers, pointing the toes, lengthening the entire body, taking 3 deep breaths here, bringing tension to our toes, to our ankles, to our shins, to our knees, to our quads, to our glutes, to our hips, to our lower back and belly, to our chest and shoulders and arms. One more deep breath. And exhale. Letting it all go. Letting our hands come back down to our hips. Closing our eyes. Coming into our Savasana. Deep breaths in. Complete breaths out. We should have just let go of any tension, but I'll give us all just 5 seconds to let go of any tension that we may still have from our toes, ankles, knees, hips, belly, chest, back, shoulders, neck, and arms. Letting it go. And returning our breath to our everyday normal breathing for the next 1 minute. We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to be, but right here and right now. Listening only to the sounds, feeling only the sensations in our immediate present, letting all else just drift away as our only task is to be here now. When we're ready, and only when we're ready, bringing attention back to the body, gently massaging the fingers and the toes amongst one another. Bring our hands to our heart, one knee into the chest at a time, gently rolling onto our right side, coming into our sleeping baby. Bring our hands under our head, preparing our body for motion. Deep breaths in, complete breaths out. And when we're ready, gently pressing through the mat, coming back to our seat, bringing our hands to our heart, sitting back on our tailbone up nice and tall, closing our eyes, reflecting on the intention we set in the beginning of our practice. Only moments in which we met it, ending our practice, bowing to one another, bowing to our beautiful bodies, and honoring the light within each other, which is the same. Namaste. I felt like I said that weird, so sorry if you noticed that. But thank you so much for practicing with me. You're absolutely amazing, and I'm just so proud of you. So thank you for being you and taking this opportunity to yoga, because it's the best thing in the world. See you tomorrow. Bye.